guys, welcome back to my channel. Today the weather is just perfect for the subject matter that I wanted to tackle in this video. It's just dreadful outside. I took a few videos which I am going to add right now, and as you can see there is a lot of snow. There's a snowstorm happening outside. It's January 29th. January and February are the hardest winter months to deal with, especially if you're suffering from winter blues, which is the subject matter of this video. I felt like I wanted to talk about this particular topic because I have been feeling a lot of winter blues, especially this year. I think this year has been probably the hardest in a while, at least. And most of it is because I get affected by the weather. So I don't deal very well with the cold and winters. Particularly, I really like Italian winters. That's what I have been used to for a very long time. That's what I grew up with. I grew up in Italy, just outside of Rome. So the winters there are so mild. Like for me, those were great winters. A lot of Italians would still go out with their big winter jackets. I was never that cold, so I would always be wearing like a milder kind of jacket, basically what I would be wearing for a fall season in Canada. Here in Canada, it's very hard because I find like the first year that I was here was exciting. I had never had snow, like a lot of snow during the winter, so it was fun going out and enjoying those colder, snowy days. But as the years went by, I just feel it a lot, especially now. Like this year, I've been feeling it a lot. And I think it's also because this year the weather has been harsher than other years. So it has made it a little bit harder to deal with. But because I was preparing to have this conversation about winter blues and how to deal with winter blues, especially during these 2 months, January and February. The length time really depends on the person as well. Like it's subjective to every person, really. Like some people love winter, they thrive in this kind of weather. I am not one of those people, unfortunately. I am part of the group that does get winter blues, unfortunately. Winter blues is also known as seasonal affective disorder, which is a type of depression that occurs solely during a specific season. And usually it is during fall or winter, so the colder months when we are more indoors than we are outdoors. We are hibernating more. We're not like bears, obviously, like we don't go to sleep for that amount of time. But we do have our own kind of hibernation when we spend less time socializing with other people, more in the house, and we also crave that kind of environment somehow. Even me as an introvert, because I am an introverted person, I find that it gets to me a lot when this time of year, like I really do feel like I'm itching to go out and socialize more and have those nice walks outside, which I cannot have right now because I might be blown away by the wind and the snow. And it does affect usually people that are in good form, that have good mental health throughout the year. The winter blues are very common in people, especially people that live in colder climates, colder countries. It affects energy levels. You might feel more tired, less inclined to go out and be active, and also to socialize. So you do feel like you want to retreat into your own home and your own space. Even suffering from winter blues, you'd still be able to do your normal things, your normal routine, like the regular kind of things that you would do throughout a day. So get up, go to work, you might go to the gym, you might do your very normal routine, but you wouldn't have those high energy levels that you would have throughout the year. You just don't feel completely yourself, and you might start thinking that it's because of some health issues or deficiency in some form, so you might need vitamins. And that's exactly how I have been feeling. I have been feeling like I can take on my regular routine. I just don't feel as energized as I would when the weather is a little bit better. So the question really is, what have I been doing about it? because February is supposed to be the worst month. These feelings start getting a little bit worse towards February, and probably because you've been dreading it for so long. It's been going on for so long, or at least you feel like it's been going on for so long, that you get to the point that in February, which is also towards the end of the cold months, that you just want to get over it. So I have a few things that I have been trying to implement into my days, into my routine, into my life to make me feel a bit better. And I hope this might help you as well. Actually, let me know in the comment section below if you have been doing similar things to me, if these tips might help you as well, or if you have other tips for people and also for myself to implement in your life, and that might help you with our winter blues. So the first few are probably cliches to you. The first one is obviously eat good food. Keep up your good, healthy nutrition, because eating healthy food gives you that energy, makes you feel good from the inside out, and it just makes you feel a little bit better. Also, adding foods that are colorful to your diet, to your plate, will help a lot. I find that when I add peppers or cucumbers, tomatoes, very bright colors, oranges, greens, reds, it just makes me feel a little bit better. It kind of brings the rainbow into your life on a plate. And I love doing that. I love having salads. I know that this is not the greatest time to have salads, but that's one of my comfort foods, making salads, which is not the regular or typical boring green lettuce and tomatoes and a cucumber, and that's about it. I like to throw into a bowl whatever is in the fridge, really. If I have different vegetables and then some form of protein, which could be salmon, it could be tuna fish, it could be chicken, chickpeas and beans as well, a mix of beans. I love putting different kinds of beans in my salad. You could, if you like strawberries, you could also add some strawberries to it. And then I like to add a very, very simple dressing on top, which consists of olive oil, salt, black pepper, and glazed balsamic vinegar. You could make smoothies. I love making like a nice colorful smoothie, protein energy bites for snacks, or yogurt and fruits. I've been loving fruits for snack. I like having a mix of fruits, so I would have watermelon, pineapple, cantaloupe, honeydew, and strawberries, and I just sprinkle some tagine on top, and it's just so delicious. And for breakfast, I usually have overnight oats because it's an easy breakfast. I'm not that kind of person that loves getting up in the morning and cooking right away. I just need my coffee and something that's already made, that's already ready to go. So I do make my overnight oats the night before, so they're ready. Just take a spoon and eat it, really. And every day can be a different overnight oat recipe. My second tip is exercise. Exercising, meaning that you don't have to go to the gym and work out like you're trying to become an athlete or a bodybuilder. More like move your body in any sense. It could be walking, but not in a snowstorm, please. It could be hiking if you like hiking. It could be, yes, going to the gym if you like to do some weightlifting. I do my workouts at the gym. I'm loving my weightlifting sessions. I like to run, so I do run on the treadmill during this time of the year, although it is harder. It is harder because you're stuck inside and on a treadmill, so there's nothing really that takes your mind off of it. So it is a little bit boring after a while, especially if you're doing a 10 to 15 kilometer run. It can get a little bit repetitive, but a quick run on the treadmill is always fun if you like to run. I've been liking my Stairmaster too. I never thought I would, but I am actually enjoying my Stairmaster workouts as well. I go for about 20 or 30 minutes, and it's a good quick sweat. That's for sure. Do anything that makes your body feel good, moving around. It could be also yoga or Pilates. I love doing that as well. And just take care of yourself and take care of your body, and it will make you feel better. When I say you, I mean a general you. Another thing that I've been trying to do and to keep it consistent is to see family and friends at least once a week. And I don't mean everybody every single week. I mean even making plans with one friend this week, and then next week another friend, and then your sister the week after. It works well for me in this way because everybody's busy. Most people are feeling like they want to stay in as well. We're all hibernating in a sense. Making plans throughout even the month with different people always helps me. I like to plan things, especially because I live outside of the city. So it takes me at least an hour and a half, 2 hours to get into the city. And so I like to plan my days accordingly, because that would be a full day of traveling. So it does take up quite a bit of time. And so I do need to plan things accordingly each week. So I like to make plans with my friends and family and decide that I will go into the city once a week to see them. That's what I do, and it has been helping a lot. I feel like that's my social day. Usually it's a Wednesday. That's when I do my socializing, or when I have appointments, it's usually on a Wednesday, and I would go into the city and get those done. So I try to fit in as many things that I need to do in the city on that specific day. So it is a very busy day, but it's also a fun day. But also schedule fun meetups with your friends. I like to do that. I have a group with my college friends. We have a brunch group. We try to do it as often as possible, but obviously life gets in the way. You know, everybody's busy, so you have to find a good day that works for everybody. So we would like ideally to do it every month, but it doesn't get done every month. We try to do it at least 3 or 4 times a year, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's nice if we get to do those 3 to 4 times a year. And it's a brunch date. We decide on a different place where to go for brunch, and we meet up. Usually it's on the weekends, because it's easier for everybody to meet up on a Saturday or a Sunday, especially for people that work a 9 to 5 job. And we have brunch and we catch up on each other's life, and it's just a great time. You know, like those friends that you don't see very often, but they've been there for so long in your life, and they've seen you go through so many ups and downs in your life. They know so much about you. Like those are my college friends. I've been living in Canada for 14 years now. So we've seen each other for so long. And don't get me started on my friends in Italy, because I've known them since I was 13. We've already made plans for our next brunch meeting, so I'm excited about that. It's in February, so February won't be that bad. If I can stick to this list, we are good. We're good. Tip number 4 would be to redecorate your space and make it cozier, and add lights, add candles. Some fairy lights around the house, some candles, just makes your space feel so much cozier, especially when it's cold outside and you want to feel all the warmth inside. It's just perfect to me. If you can make your space nice and cozy, plus don't use too much the fixed lighting, very bright lights, but start using some mood lighting, lamps, candles, fairy lights. It just gives me that cozy feeling at nighttime, or when around 5 p.m. when it starts getting dark outside. It just helps me wind down for the night and ready for bed. Tip number 5 is to try therapy or talking to friends or family about the way you're feeling, especially with your winter blues. It's also always good to get those feelings out and those thoughts instead of keeping them inside. I'm a big pro therapy. I do therapy personally, and I always I think it's good to talk to a professional about the way you're feeling, or getting an outsider perspective on the way you're feeling, on your thoughts. I know it can be pretty expensive, but maybe even talking to someone, anybody that you're close to, will help get through or alleviate those winter blues or those heavy feelings. Tip number 6 is find new hobbies. I love this. I think we should always have hobbies that we're interested in, or even find new ones that we like, because it's way too easy to get stuck into a comfort zone and to do the exact same things every single day. It's not something that you have to become great at. You don't have to get competitive in. It doesn't have to become a job either. You don't have to get pressured by it. That's what I mean by finding a new hobby that will help you with your winter blues. It's something that will excite you, and that, yeah, you don't need to be good at. You just have to start because maybe you're just interested in this topic. And for me, there's a couple of things that I've been thinking I would be interested in trying. So the first one that I have actually looked into and that I hope to start soon is horseback riding. And it's something that I never thought I would do as an adult, because I've always wanted to take horseback riding lessons. I've always loved horses. My mom used to have a horse of her own and also horseback ride, and I've always wanted to do it as well, but I never had the opportunity to go and take those classes. The other day I was thinking I really want to start doing something that takes me out of my comfort zone, because I just feel like I haven't been challenging my brain in different ways. I just feel like I do the same exact things every single day, and it just becomes a little bit too stagnant. Also, to take me out of my comfort zone and bring down my anxiety, because as a very anxious person, I read that there's something that's called horse therapy, and being surrounded by animals, horses, really does help bring your anxiety levels down. So I think that might be helpful, not only for my winter blues and finding a new hobby that takes me out of the house and challenges me, but also it will help me mentally, aside from physically, because you're doing a physical kind of hobby. And I'm very excited about this, and I hope that I can give you some more updates very soon. I'll let you know how that goes. Another hobby that I think is very interesting and that I would like to try at some point is candle making. I've seen a few candle making kits that you can get online that look very fun, and I would like to try that at some point. Or even crochet, that looks fun too. Like a lot of things that take you away from being online, away from social media, and more into your body and mind. And obviously there's always reading. Reading is like one of my all-time hobbies. It's always been there. I've always loved to read. It's been probably my first love. I love books. Learning a new instrument, that's also always fun. I would love to learn how to play the guitar. So maybe that's gonna be my next one. And with that goes also learning a new skill, and that can take you to, I don't know, unknown places. Start making videos on YouTube, editing videos. Like, that is a skill that you can develop. I don't even know what tip we're at now, but another tip is to go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. So having a consistent routine will help you immensely. I say it from my point of view as a girl with PCOS. It makes you feel consistent. It helps your body get used to that time, and if you can get a nice long sleep, it just helps you mentally and physically. It also balances out my hormones much better, and I feel less brain fog in the mornings. I feel more energized. It just like if you can get those amount of hours that you need to sleep, which are between 7 to 9 hours, I feel like I always need at least 8 or 9 hours. So I try to be as consistent as possible. I am very strict with my night routine. I will go to bed, read my book, go to sleep at the same time, which is usually 9:30, 10, and wake up 6:30 usually. Take your vitamins. Take vitamins, but also talk to a professional about this. I take vitamin D, especially in the winter time. I find that the sun is really non-existent. We don't see it that much. And vitamin D is very, very important. So I like to take vitamin D, especially with PCOS. As I said, vitamin D, inositol, magnesium. What else do I take? Omega-3. And I've added iron as well because I am deficient in iron. I do know that. I did do a blood test and I am deficient in iron. So if you can take a blood test, talk to your doctor, maybe you need something. You need something to help your body feel better. Because I know that if I am feeling tired, it's usually either because of my PCOS or because I am anemic. Check with your doctor, see if you need vitamins, if you need a boost in some ways, and that plus eating good food, exercising might make you feel much better and help you through these winter blues. Meditation and yoga. I have found that yoga has helped me a lot, especially in the mornings. Waking up, doing a little bit of a gentle movement will help my body wake up and stretch out and feel ready to take on the day. Meditation is something that I have been trying to implement in my routine. I am not the greatest at it. Meditation can be very tricky because I find that my brain never ever stops and I overthink a lot. So I'm always thinking about what's next. So meditation, if I can get it to a consistent level, I might be able to use it in a good way and it might help a lot. That's one thing that I need to work on, meditation, because I think that would definitely bring down my stress levels and anxiety levels. It brings you back into your body and it grounds you. At the beginning of yoga, I usually take a few moments to ground myself. So it is a meditation also at the same time, but meditation on its own would be great as well. Another tip is to enjoy your alone time. I love my alone time. I love doing things on my own. I love having that self-care solo date kind of days where I'm just doing my own thing. But I also think that sometimes it can get to be a bit too much. Like sometimes I think I might be a little bit too comfortable with being alone or doing things on my own. So I do think I need to personally get out of my comfort zone, which is doing things on my own and being on my own, and go out in the world and socialize. Another tip, if you have a pet, cuddle with your pet. I find that it always helps a lot when Tiramisu comes and cuddles with me and she starts purring. That vibration just calms me right away. It's like a blanket. It's like a weighted blanket that you put on yourself, vibrates, gives out those nice cozy feelings. It's just a vibe. And my last tip is make time to talk to your friends and family that are far away. And that is for people that are living in a different country, their family and friends, their long distance relationship, their partner is in another country. Take time to talk to them, spend time talking to them, make dates, even if it is only through a video, but it's good to spend time with the people that you love, far and near. It's very hard to be away from the people that you love, but it's temporary. That's what I like to tell myself. It is temporary, and at one point you'll be back with the people or close to the people that you love. Those are my tips. If you have any other tips or things that you like to implement into your own life to make you feel better about your winter blues, comment down below and let us know. I always love to find new things to do, discover new tips and tricks just to make your life a little bit better. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's hard. Winter blues are definitely hard. And it's also okay to feel this way. You don't have to pressure yourself into feeling better. Embrace that feeling of sadness, talk about it, and it'll get better. It'll get better with time. We're close to spring. Spring is coming. We just have to remember that. And until then, we do everything that we can to make ourselves feel as good as we can. And the people around us that love us, that want to be there for us, we also want the same for them. So let's just try and lean on each other and try to make the best of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different from my regular vlogs and other videos that I do, but I thought that this would be a great conversation to have. And if you like these kind of videos, let me know in the comment section below, and like, subscribe. I will see you very soon. Bye.